Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Angry Video Game Nerd, and it's going to be episode 189, that is right, episode 189, and it's going to be Darkman for the NES. Of course, Darkman. I have no idea what it is and what it's all about, never heard of it, never seen it, but obviously it's going to be dark, and it's got to do something with a man. So that's something I've established through the title alone, through my superior intellectual geniuses. So yes, Dark Man. Don't know what to expect, but yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go.
I'm depressed, haven't gone anywhere, been stuck in my basement for so long, haven't had any natural light in a long time. But that's gonna change. I'm gonna have
Like
some natural
photosynthesis,
light.
like a plant.
Yeah, that's what I need. You didn't think I meant sunlight, did you? No, I don't need that shit. In fact, let's turn out all the
Sunlight's
lights
for
in here.
pussies.
Yeah, let's turn that off, and this one right here. Yeah, there we go. That's the way I like it. I
Yeah.
like it dark,
Dark.
man.
Dark Man. Nice pun.
Okay. I'm sorry. No more lame jokes.
Lame jokes, come on. So cheesy.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather
Need some
have
Dr. Pepper.
a buffalo.
I need something dark myself.
He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd.
Oh, Castle. I remember that.
The angry video game nerd.
Oh,
But
Kyle
first,
Justin
a
was it?
message
That's
from our
Kyle.
sponsor.
God, I miss him.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Angry Video Game Nerd on Darkman, based on the movie where Qui-Gon Jinn becomes a vigilante after being burned alive by Dr. Giggles. Pretty disturbing. But not as disturbing as having your unencrypted data being harvested by hackers,
ExpressVPN,
governments, and
let me guess.
corporations. That's why I
Yep.
use ExpressVPN. It creates a
ExpressVPN.
protective tunnel between your devices and the internet, keeping
Yep,
your
I
private
use it.
information secure. ExpressVPN takes your connection and
I use it
reroutes to another
24/7 now.
country's servers so you can unblock geo-restricted content. Speaking of Liam Neeson, his Taken trilogy is only available on French Netflix. So just switch your location from the USA to France.
course,
and
Taken,
they'll
'cause
show
it
up.
was in
And you
France,
can
of
switch
course.
between countries all over the world to
Yeah.
unlock thousands of other movies and shows previously
Pretty cool.
unavailable. ExpressVPN is fast and easy to use. Plus, at less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee,
It's kinda a year
it's
for
no
the
wonder
yearly
why
subscription.
ExpressVPN is the world's #1 rated VPN. So unlock your true video streaming potential and find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by heading to expressvpn.com/cinemassacre or clicking the link in the description below. Just go to expressvpn.com/cinemassacre. Darkman's one of those games based on a movie that tried to be Batman. Came out the year after. You know, you heard of Batman? Well, this is Darkman.
Darkman,
Even
of
had
course.
Danny Elfman as the composer. They just switched out Tim Burton for
Jesus.
Sam Raimi, and then switched out Batman for a scientist who creates lifelike masks out of synthetic faces, gets his own face burned by mobsters, and then starts wearing the masks as disguises to impersonate and hunt down the bad guys, meanwhile going mentally unstable. Okay, it's nothing like Batman. Darkman is like a combination of all the classic horror villains. With his disfigured face, dark hat, and trench coat, he looks just like Vincent Price's character in House of Wax. When he wears bandages, he looks like the Invisible Man, and he also has aspects of Phantom of the Opera, and when he's in his lair surrounded by lab equipment, he could be any mad scientist of the 30s. So basically, it's like if you combined a classic monster with a superhero, but in the style of Evil Dead 2. It's the transition between Raimi going from horror to Spider-Man. This is the missing link. Add in some bizarre humor, amazing practical effects, and Liam Neeson screaming at a carnival employee over a pink elephant.
Pink
Now,
elephant.
the pink elephant, if you please.
No way. Oh. Oh, die. Oh! Oh, shit!
Take it now. Take it. Take the fucking elephant.
Yeah, take the
Okay,
elephant.
this is one weird
Okay.
movie, but it's awesome.
It
The
looks
movie
awesome.
came out in 1990, but the game came out in 91, which was 30 years ago. Wow, do I feel old? Well, check this out.
My Simon's Quest review is now as old as the actual game was when I originally reviewed it.
Damn.
So 17 years on one side and 17 years on the other.
God
Look,
damn.
some dorks online even did the math. There's other dates listed too,
Wow.
because Simon's Quest had a Japanese and US release, and the original nerd episodes were on VHS tape, not YouTube. But
Yeah,
all this is
no.
way too nerdy.
Was it
even
on a
for
screen
me.
wave or something
Regardless,
like that?
I'm
Screw
old as
attack or
shit,
something.
and so is this shitty game.
So how does Darkman stack up on the NES? Well, let's pop this fucker in and find out.
Well, the first thing I want to say about this game is actually a positive. It's got a kickin' soundtrack. It thumps that bass so hard. It sounds awesome. Also, Darkman looks great on the main screen, and the selection pointer is his burned and bandaged hand.
Yeah, I
Nice
gotta
touch.
admit, it's
And
pretty
one of
decent.
the few
It's better than
movie-based
Dr.
games
Jekyll
on
and
the
Mr.
NES
Hyde.
to
Jesus
do a
Christ.
good job following the story.
So far, this game's not too bad, and now we're fucked.
Oh no, the fucking
Fuck?
idiot style sort of crappy
Fuck? Fuck.
spinning heads. What the fuck is this shit? what's a bird drinking water in a top corner? Is that a timer?
Fuck!
Oh, boys.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck! Fuck!
Damn.
Oh, you gotta
Game
be
over.
fucking kidding me!
What am I doing wrong? The controls feel like hell inside an ass. Seriously, I don't feel like any death I get is justified. If I were playing like shit, that'd be fine. But when the game just refuses to do what the controller tells it to, that's goddamn dingo dingleberries. That's shit caked in the ass fur of an Australian predator dog. It's beyond frustrating because you never know how to approach a
Oh,
new situation.
damn, that
The
sucks.
game changes the rules on the fly and gives you barely a second to react. So you almost always end up killing yourself in some stupid fucking way. I mean, should I run and jump, or should I jump from a standstill? And how do I keep falling through the platforms?
Yeah, he's touching
Punching
it.
and kicking enemies is a crapshoot. I try to run up behind them and beat them down, but my punches don't always land. It looks like I'm constantly giving the enemies a thumbs up.
Well, he
Hey,
does.
good job, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I win, sometimes I don't, with no clear rhyme or reason. So I watched the demo, and it's like the demo from The Wizard of Oz on Super Nintendo, where not even the game can beat one of its own levels. Pathetic. There does seem to be a lot of variety in the gameplay, at least. It has platforming, weird swinging levels, elevator mazes, and you get to play as different characters
are
with
pretty
different
respectable,
abilities.
I must
but
admit.
sadly, a variety of shit is still just a bunch of
Yeah.
different turds hanging out together.
Kind of like taking a dump the morning after you just binged at a truck stop buffet. Yeah, there was variety, but you spent most of the day on a toilet and it left your ass itchy and raw.
What happens with his rolling rock? He needs rolling rock, not that light
You know,
shit.
I'm getting shitty game flashbacks. I feel like I've played this game before, but I haven't. Oh, I know. RoboCop 2 on the NES. It reminds me of that. Wonder what it could be. Maybe it's the similar sprite designs, or the almost identical level design
Kinda,
between
yeah,
the
it
games.
does,
Or maybe it's the sickening color palette that looks like a festering mass of boogers and barf. Or maybe the real reason is because the same 5 fuckers developed both games.
Yeah, no joke. The same 5 people made RoboCop 2 and Darkman on NES.
Of course
I don't
they
know if I
did.
should find that impressive or just...
Oh boy, Robo Nerds. Here we
I'm
go.
learning to live with a lot of things. Like shitty games.
What the hell is this shit? What is happening right now?
I heard you were playing Darkman for the NES, developed by the same people as RoboCop 2. So I am the Robo Darkman nerd.
Robo
Get
Dog
it?
Render.
This is just a regular review. There's no skits or anything. So get
The special
back in
characters.
that fucking corner and fuck the fuck off. You fuck.
Oh, I feel sorry for him now. Can we bring him back, please? I feel sorry
Well,
for him.
that was unnecessary, yet oddly relevant because Darkman basically ripped off RoboCop for most of the movie. I said it was based on Batman, but I'm wrong. Darkman is more like RoboCop than anything else. No wonder the same game designers worked both shitty games. When you get a game over, Darkman cries like a baby and then types out the high scores with his one weird finger. Darkman really needs to
How's that for a finger?
Jesus. The levels are pretty short, but the finicky controls and terrible physics help pad them out with cheap deaths. You can balance on tight ropes, which is actually kind of a neat mechanic. You have to tap A and B to keep your balance, but watch out for the big red bubbles because they'll kill you in one hit.
Yeah, just like in the movie,
Bubbles.
Darkman's one weakness was red sewer bubbles. Nah, that wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
You reach the
fucking
end,
bubbles.
do a cool
Why is
quick
it always the
swoop, and then it's
fucking
on to the next
bubbles?
one.
Why is
Level
it
2
always
this
the
maze of
goddamn
elevators.
fucking
The
bubbles?
first time you play this,
Every
I
fucking
guarantee
time
you
it's
will
always
die.
the fucking
Wow,
bubbles.
This is exactly what I wanted to play.
Every
Isn't
LJN
this
game,
fucking
every
fun?
goddamn
I mean,
thing,
who
it's always the
fucking wants
bubbles.
this? This is a beginner's trap. The only way to get through it is to do it over and over again until you learn exactly which direction you need to push.
What sort of
If you
pussy
did this
dies
on your
by a
first
fucking
try,
bubble?
It's blind luck. I mean, this shouldn't be part of the game. They might as well just throw in a shitty slide puzzle. Basically, the elevator moves and you have to guide it down the right path. And yeah, I know there's big arrows telling you where to go, but it happens too fast. Sadly, this is just a warm-up, because the real elevators come later in the game and get way, way faster. Between levels, you have these Hogan's Alley-style shooter stages, where you need to take a picture of a certain henchman to make a mask of them. The first mask you have to get is Paulie. All these people are shooting at you, which can be pretty intimidating, but all you have to do is not point your camera at them, and they can't hit you.
Just like in real life.
Simple.
I don't know if you knew this, but if you ever happen to be in a situation where an entire town of people are trying to shoot at you, just whip out a camera and point it away from them, and they'll all miss you.
Loved
And
it.
this time I'm kidding.
So after you take the photos, you play the next level as Paulie, who looks like Uncle Fester in a pink sweater swinging around a fucking caveman club.
Yeah.
And this is one of the parts
I don't
of the
know
game
understand why
that's
it
just
looks like
shits for the
Fester.
birds. First off, you're fighting your way through Central Park. Never mind the fact that it's riddled with bottomless
And why
pits,
pink?
soldiers, buzzsaws, and murderous pink fish that kill you in one hit. My real question is, why the fuck are we in Central Park? Darkman takes place in Los Angeles and was filmed on location there, plus Canada.
It's a lot of
Did
pink-
Darkman get
pink
on a
serum,
fucking plane and fly
pink
across the country just
fish.
for this? This is like the background in Violence Fight. Why are there so many video games that confuse New York for LA? Whatever. This level's more of the same.
What happened to
platforming.
Darkman?
Paulie's
What's with the-
slow, and his club fucking sucks. I get my ass kicked by these Central Park
Not
soldiers
Pink Man.
all the time. The next part is an infuriating climb to the top of the level. I'm constantly whiffing jumps or just getting my shit kicked in. Eventually, you square off with Paulie. He just walks toward you while you beat the ever-loving shit out of him with a club. That's it. It's possibly one of the most pitiful boss fights I've ever seen in a game. Also in the movie, Darkman didn't bludgeon Paulie to death in Central Park. Paulie was thrown out the window of his apartment. The game takes certain liberties once in a while, like putting the climactic helicopter chase scene in the middle of the game.
It's the best action scene in the movie. Darkman's hanging from the helicopter, the grenade launcher's shooting at him, everything's exploding. But in the game, however,
Darkman swings through traffic, avoiding trucks and buses.
What, is he fucking
Also, there must be a
Spider-Man?
motorcycle rally going on because
Jesus,
he passed a bunch
Darkman
of
can do
bikers.
everything.
You can collect coins and stuff, but I find it easier to just stay up at the top. Nothing really hits you
He's
there. except for
RoboCop,
these
he's
stupid
Spider-Man,
fucking pigeons.
he's
I'm pretty
everything.
sure that if a bird hit Darkman while swinging through the
God, I
streets
wanna
at
be
high speeds from a
Darkman.
helicopter, it'd get obliterated. But it flies
Camouflage
through you
himself
like
as other
nothing.
people.
I should also mention, after the first photo shoot level, you never play as regular Darkman again.
Instead, you just play as different henchmen
Oh,
now.
boy.
First you're Paulie,
The Barney
now you're
level.
Skip.
Jesus
He's the one with
Christ.
the prosthetic leg machine gun. Yeah, seriously, if you haven't seen the movie, watch it. Skip hops around constantly.
check out
and
the
has his
movie
leg
'cause it looks
gun.
totally,
Wow, it's great to have
sure
this
it looks
leg
gonna
gun
be cool.
because now you have a long-range attack. Oh, but every time you fire it, you get sent back, and usually over a fucking cliff. His levels all take place at a carnival filled with evil clowns throwing bowling balls and pies. Also, whatever you do, don't touch the fucking clowns.
Of course.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever touched a clown in real life? I mean, seriously, have you ever touched a clown in real life?
No, I don't think I have.
Of course you haven't. Because you'd be dead. Once at a birthday party, a friend of mine, he ran up to the clown after the magic act, went to hug him. He died.
Wow.
Right on the spot.
Damn.
Another thing in this level that makes me want to give myself a Tabasco enema are these
Tabasco
platforms with
enema, oh,
bullshit
come
controls.
on, that's
The first time I
gross.
landed on it, I hopped right off the cliff and died without knowing what the hell happened. Also, this is the level where I realized you have limited continues, because the game booted my ass back to the start and wouldn't let me select
Oh,
continue
please.
anymore.
No,
So I had to
continue.
run through the warehouse again, take the pictures, bludgeon Paulie in Central Park,
Jesus.
and swing from the helicopter.
Paulie like Rocky,
all over
Jesus.
again. Just to die
I
in
shouldn't
the
have compared
same
that, that's
exact
sacrilege.
motherfucking way on my last life again.
Yeah, each time I restart, I die on the very next obstacle. So it's always one step forward and like 10 steps back into a pile of dog shit.
Thankfully, if you enter Dermy into the hidden password screen, it lets you select your level.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be dermis, you know, like skin, but here it's dermy. Yeah,
maybe
I don't know.
kid-friendly.
Eventually,
Who
I got
knows?
used to each level and got through the funhouse and killed Skip.
Which is kind of weird because Skip is the only bad guy to have his death scene cut from the final movie.
If it was anything like in the game, I can see why it was cut. It's on to the next henchman, Smiley. Smiley is probably the best because he actually has a decent jump.
He looks
You
like
run
the
around
troll
fighting
face, the
ninjas,
trollolol.
and then you kick
It's
the
sort of
shit
like
out of the
a
real
troll
Smiley,
face going on.
And then you're on to another helicopter level.
So now we're finally at the end, and this is where Darkman wears the face of Durant, who's the main villain.
Oh wait, Durant isn't the main bad guy? It's this corporate asshole named Strack? It's like RoboCop, where the main henchman is more well known than the actual final bad guy. In fact, Durant dies in a helicopter crash in the movie, but somehow returns for the sequel, Darkman 2, The Return of Durant. That would be like RoboCop 2, The Return of Clarence Boddicker. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
Construction workers throw hammers, but luckily you have a gun that shoots. Well, yeah, it shoots these.
bubbles.
Oh, and there's also
BB guns.
two elevator
Pellets. What
mazes.
the hell is that?
Two. And they're definitely the worst ones so far. They have branching paths that move so fast that I can't even begin to get a rhythm down.
Oh, Jesus.
I replayed each one
It's
about
like
10
goddamn
times
Mega
before
Man or
I was
something
able
like
to
that.
figure out the right way. Made me want to finger fuck a garbage disposal. By the time I hit the final level, I shared Liam Neeson's deep-seated hatred for Durant and needed to end his life to move on with mine. Durant then served me my ass on a platter again and a fucking again. Getting to Durant sucks as it is, but when you fight him, one wrong move and Durant gently nudges you to your death.
Damn.
Fuck you, Durant. You're gonna die. You took my face. You took my life. Yeah!
There we go.
Fuck yeah. Durant's dead.
All right.
The movie ends with a cameo of Bruce Campbell. Totally
Oh,
unexpected,
damn.
kind of an in-joke, but man, it leaves off on a great note.
That's-
They could have had that in the game, just an 8-bit face of Bruce smirking at you, but no, instead you get a shitty text screen.
I gotta check out this
Well
movie,
played.
honestly.
Well played?
Well played.
If you say so. I died only a million times.
Yeah.
If you say falling through platforms, dying on elevator mazes, dropping to my doom like I have lead weights up my ass, and having button mashing thumbs up
Dying by
battles was all
fucking
smooth
bubbles.
and well played, then yeah,
Well
sure.
played.
He must forever walk in the shadow of the Darkman. As if his shadow is any darker because he's Darkman. Or maybe it's a
That doesn't
reference
make
to the
sense.
Shadow, the detective character from the 30s, which Sam Raimi supposedly
trying to make
wanted
it sound
make a film of,
cryptic.
but couldn't get the rights. So maybe it would be more accurate to say Darkman walks in the shadow of the shadow. Or it literally means to walk in his own shadow. You ever tried to walk in your own shadow? It's not easy. Fucker keeps moving all the time. And to do it forever, you know, chasing the sun around the earth, avoiding clouds, and never sleeping or eating, I'd rather try that than play any more of this fucking piece of shit. Fuck this game, watch it go.
Yep, okay. Oh boy. The bubble. Yeah. Ah, the pink
Pink
elephant.
elephant, please.
I'm sorry, buddy. It don't count unless you're behind the line.
But I was behind the line.
Not hardly.
I was sitting right here on the couch. Now, the pink elephant, if you please.
No way.
Oh shit, that has gone full rage.
I want the pink elephant. For the fans watching.
Why
Yes.
don't you just, get lost, pal?
Elephant!
He's losing his fight.
Quickly!
Didn't you hear me, weirdo?
Oh boy.
Scram.
Stab it with your pen. Oh, yeah.
Take the elephant. Take the fucking elephant! Take the fucking elephant! Forgive me!
It's the madness. Oh boy. You know what? I gotta say this. It would be absolutely cool if Board James would return after this episode. You know, if this was a sort of a hint to an episode of a Board James, you know, episode. You know, it'll be more even darker. You know, that would be totally cool, the ending of this. And it was like a hint to Board James, or, you know, wherever it was. But yeah, this was totally cool. This was Darkman. Don't know what really was so dark about it. I mean, anyone who gets shots by bubbles isn't really dark and you know, wearing pink, and it's not exactly what I would emphasize. Evil incarnate. But no, I mean, Darkman could do a lot of shit. I mean, swinging from ropes, he's he's Spider-Man, he's RoboCop, he's all these things. He's just incredible. Darkman is truly something. I mean, damn, let's give it up for Darkman. I tell you, his capabilities are incredible. He can camouflage himself as anybody. You know, as you know, Darkman, Jesus, he's clearly underreported. Because I tell you, if he's swinging from ropes like Spider-Man and, you know, being RoboCop, clearly we need to, you know, turn him into a superhero, but put him in the Marvel universe or something. But yeah, Darkman for the Nintendo Entertainment System. The game graphics looked pretty respectable. Some of it looked arse, but some of it looked respectable. The music was, it was like respectable. But would I play it? Absolutely goddamn not. Any game that when you start fucking dying by bubbles is not my my criteria. Any NES game where I have to play and fucking die by bubbles is not a game I want to play. I cannot emphasize how many fucking times I'm gonna say this. Any game where you die by fucking bubbles is not a good, enjoyable playing experience. I don't want to fucking die by bubbles. That is not what I want from a video game. No goddamn way. But yeah, unless it's an evil bubble or a dark bubble, or, you know, like the Care Bears fucking bubble, whatever that shit was, I remember from the Nostalgia Critic. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Totally awesome, really good, really enjoyed it. I really wish this was a sort of, yeah, hint to a Board James, or you know, some sort of crazy madness episode that could be next, but I definitely think so. You know, it's not. I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately. Only time can tell. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Very good. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.